That is what I can't stress anymore. It is crawling at 6 miles per hour. Here comes that Barney purple, and I warn you, anytime you see that Barney purple on our map, exceptional cold air. And over the next 12 and even 18 hours, expecting another 4 to 5 inches, and then the flooding potential begins. But they're only issued once per spring and autumn. In the autumn, they're issued until the end of the growing season, which this year is December 1st. And when we're talking about an inch, inch and a half, 2 inches of rain in just an hour's time, it adds up very, very quickly. And then this. Northwest winds. That means fall arriving. This is a solid branch which has come right off this tree outside of our studio. That has really saturated the ground east of the Continental Divide. Over 2 feet of rain has fallen in this area, and the National Weather Service is urging anybody that may have family or friends in this region to tell them to evacuate now, because the roadways are still wet, but no more rain is falling, and that's the good news. And that upper level low will continue to dive to the south, and that is the reason this cold air will reach the Gulf of Mexico, invading the Carolinas. However, there is radar indicated rotation, which could allow for a tornado to drop in a moment's notice. But officials also saying that despite these big chunks that have already come off, this pier is actually doing all right. All right, good morning, everybody. Our temperatures in the 60s, near 70 degrees at our studios in Conway, King Street, Georgetown. Feeling more like spring out there. And honestly, if we had some sunlight, I'd be concerned with temperatures this warm this early in the day that we may have a severe weather outbreak in the afternoon. We're not going to have that, though, and I'll explain why, my reasoning and thinking for that in just a second. I do want to show you the temperatures across the Midwest. Oh my goodness, 18 in Lincoln, 28 Oklahoma City, 25 Kansas City. Minot, North Dakota, 3 degrees. Wait for it. It feels like 25 below zero. Exceptional cold. I don't ever want to experience that, but that's where the exceptional cold is bottled up. Meanwhile, we're dealing with a 22-degree rise in temperatures in Myrtle Beach, and in some locations like Conway, a 30-degree rise in temperatures from this time 24 hours ago. So exceptional warmth while exceptional cooling is occurring right behind this cold front. It's all due to that intensifying area of low pressure, which is pulling away into Canada now. Flash flood warnings, a few severe thunderstorm warnings down there in the Florida, Alabama panhandles. But you can see our first bout of moisture about to move into Georgetown and Williamsburg counties. It's already moving into Darlington and Florence counties. We'll talk more about that coming up in about 10 minutes. We'll take an in-depth tour across the PD. Here's why I don't think we have severe weather. Storm Prediction Center does have us under a risk for some isolated storms, but the best lift up into the northeast. Now the heaviest moisture across the southeast. So that's 2 different regions. At the same time, the best daytime heating across the states of Florida and Georgia, not necessarily the Carolinas. And then that low-level jet that we had yesterday across the mid-Atlantic into the coastal portions of the Northeast. So yes, all the ingredients for severe weather are there, but they're across different portions of the country, not co-aligned like yesterday across Houston, and that's why that isolated risk exists. I still believe that we will have a few thunderstorms, though, that may produce some gusty winds. I just don't buy the severe limit of it. 9, 10, 11, that's going to be that first bout of pretty heavy rainfall. A few thunderstorms as well, some 70s, a little bit of a dry pocket between 2 and 4, more isolated activity. And there's that cold front sweeping through between 5, 7, even 8 o'clock, followed by a little bit of light rain on the backside of it. 7-day forecast, 70 tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies. Few isolated showers on our Sunday ahead of our next developing storm system moves in New Year's Eve. And then on New Year's Day, that's going to be a rainy one. That one could put down a good inch of rain. And next Thursday, it says 30%. I promise you those chances are going to go up. We've got very good timing amongst the models for a big storm system next Thursday as well. So temperatures take a dive, but rain chances expected to once again increase.